Hey, welcome back guys. Okay, so now what we want to look at is something called middleware and what it is. So it's middleware like this, middleware like that. So if you go to your project here and click on app, you see there's inside HTTP, there's controllers, but then there's middleware here. And we have all these files right here. So what exactly does this mean? What exactly is middleware? Okay, so I'll give you an example of what middleware is. Middleware is what runs between the request and the controller. Okay, or is it after the controller? Not really sure, but before the view, definitely before the view. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have a few pages. You have the profile page, and then you have the login page, and then you have I don't know, maybe the timeline or something. So all these are different pages, and you want to have different access to these pages. Maybe you also have the admin page like that. So you want to have different access levels to these pages. So that's where middleware comes in. It restricts access to a page depending on your privileges that you have on that website. So for example, if you're not logged in, you are not going to see the profile page, right? So middleware is the one that will govern that. It's going to check to see is the user logged in or not, and then redirect them to the login page, obviously. Or the timeline, similar thing. It will check whether you require users to be logged in on the timeline, and the admin page will require somebody to actually be an admin before they can actually see the page. So all these things are governed by the middleware. Okay, so it's like a security checkpoint between pages. So let's see how we can go about applying this so-called middleware. Now, there are three types of middleware. There's global middleware, and then there's group middleware, and then there's route middleware. I guess that's what it's called. So the global middleware is applied to all pages, right? All pages get this middleware. So as soon as you create a middleware that is global, every single page that is on your website will pass through that middleware. So the middleware is like a file that every request has to pass through for authentication before it can display any information. So it means in the global version, all pages will pass through this same file that we create. Okay, then there's group middleware. Now here you can choose selected files, selected pages to pass through. So you can put them in a group and say only this page, that page, and that other page should pass through here. For example, when we are checking with if a user is authenticated or logged in, you don't want to check if they're logged in on the login page now, would you? Or the sign up page. You can't do that. You can only check if they're logged in or if they're logged in on other pages. Okay, so there are also other pages that are just for the general public, so you don't want to check if they're logged in there either. So this is where you have a group middleware where you add selected pages to that. And then you have what is called route middleware. This one you add specifically to one page at a time. So maybe you want a specific page to have a certain level of scrutiny before the user goes onto that page. You can add your middleware on a specific page like that, right? So these are the three types of middleware. So we're going to use 3 videos to check each middleware one by one. That way it's not too much information I'm giving in one video to not confuse you. So let's begin with global middleware, shall we? Then we'll go to group, and then we'll go to route. So let's create a few pages so that we can see what exactly is going on here. So we're going to create a few pages here, right? So let's create a few views so that we can see what is going on. So I'm going to go to where is this? Resources. Yes, views. Exactly. So let's create a few views here. So I'm going to create a new file, and I'm going to call this one. Let me save this. This is going to be profile.blade.php. And let's create another one, shall we? This one will be login.blade.php. I'm just writing it there so it can suggest it in the saving, and just hit save. Okay. And then one more file here, which is going to be, let's see, we have the profile page, we have the login page, and we have the admin page, right? admin.blade.php. Okay, so let's save that as well. So all I want to do is create an h1 tag just to name each page. So say this is the admin page. So let me copy all that and paste it on the other pages. This is the login page. And on the login page, maybe I can add something that looks like a form. We're not going to use this. I just want it to be just to see the difference, make it look more realistic, I guess. Like that, and value of login. So yeah, and then we go to the profile page here. This is the profile page. Okay, so yeah, we have a few pages here to play around with. So of course, for each of these pages, I have to add a route, otherwise we won't be able to access them. So let's go to routes, and here we have other routes. There's API routing, console routing, channels, and web. So for now, we are using the web router. This is what deals with normal pages. So we have these routes for these other things, but let's create our own routes down here. I'm going to say route, let's say for the login page, right? In the get, like so. This is for the login. Oh, let me add like that. That's for the login page. Wait a minute. What am I doing? Okay, so let me put a comma here. So I don't have controllers for these, and I don't want to make controllers for these guys instead, so that I don't make too many files that I would not want to use. So let me just create a function here so I can create my view in there. So like that, okay, and then separate those two. And then we can return a view as is shown here, like that. Okay, so view here will be what view will be here? Login, like so. So I'm going to duplicate this route a few times. Okay, so this one is, what other page do we have? We have the profile page. So real quick, profile there, and then real quick here, I don't know, admin page, something like that. Okay, so let's go here and refresh. Yeah, we see nothing, of course, until we type something like profile. This is the profile page. Awesome. And then the login page. This is the login page. Yes. And then the admin page. This is the admin page. All right, so we have a few pages here working just fine. Now, how do we add middleware? Well, we have to create the middleware using Artisan. So here, if you notice, there's already a list of files, but we're going to add our own where we check for the login, right? So let me right click on Artisan and say open containing folder, so that I'm in here. And then I'll make sure nothing is selected. Hold down Shift, that's if you're using Windows, and open command window here. If you're not using Windows, just open your command line and head over to this same folder right here, which is my blog in our case. So I'm going to say PHP Artisan, right? And then I'm going to say make Middleware. Okay, so we're going to give it a name. The name, I will use check login like that, capital L, and hit enter. And it says middleware created successfully. So I can exit this. Done. So let's come back here for a second and let's check the middleware folder. And you see we have check login right here. This is our middleware. Alrighty then. So most of these things kind of look similar to a normal controller. That's because it kind of works the same. So there's handle, there's request there, and there's a closure, and then return next request. So just make sure this is always there in your return. Do whatever you can do at the top there, then leave this to return. So what I want to do is, in here, you type in, you create the code that you want. You can check for anything in here. That's entirely up to you. So in my case, I want to check for a very specific value inside the session, which is going to be called logged in. So if a user is logged in, that logged in value will be equal to true. So if the user is not logged in, in fact, if the user is not logged in, that value is going to not even exist at all. So all I need to do is to check if it exists, right? So I'm going to say if it's missing, so luckily session has a value like that, a function like that, or a method like that. So I'm going to ask, is this missing? So what's missing am I looking for? Logged in underscore in like that. So keep in mind that this is just something I made up, logged in. So when I create a login page, once the user is successfully logged in, I'm going to create a value in the session called logged in. And once I create that value, I'm going to equate it to true. So all I need to do on every page is just to check if it's there in the session. If it's missing, then this user is not logged in, obviously, because this value is missing. So you can create the login, what things you look for in a login as complex as you want. You can create more values, you can have a session ID, you can have a user ID in the session, all sorts of things. So you can just add as many if statements as you want to verify what you want to verify. You can even read from the database here by just adding the database, the facade here, DB, so you can read from the database and actually check things on the database to verify that the user is logged in, or whatever it is that you want to verify. So at this point, we're just looking for something very simple. If this is true, then we're just going to echo out and say you are not logged in, like that. Okay, you are not logged in. So there we go. That's all we need to do. So now that I've created the middleware here, if I come back to my page and refresh on the admin page or any other page, I won't see anything because all I have done is created the functionality of this middleware. I have, however, to tell Laravel where I want to use this middleware. So in our case, we want to use it globally so that every page we can check whether you are logged in or not. So to do that, there's a file here called kernel. Inside the middleware folder, there's the kernel. So the kernel is the one that decides which middleware to use where, because it's like a commander or something. So if you look at the kernel here, the first list of middleware that is in here is the global middleware. So if you want a middleware to work globally, you have to add it inside here, because this is an array of items. So on the second part, we have group middleware here. So you group the middleware by putting it inside a group name. So you see this one is a group name called web. and this one is called API. So kind of already here, if you see this name web, this middleware right here pertains to any route that you actually put in your web, because you see there's web and there's API, which is the same here. There's web and there's API. So any middleware I put here will automatically run on every route that I put in here, okay, because it is set that way by default, right? But I can create my own in there, and we're going to see how to do that when we go to group middleware. And then finally, there is a single middleware here where you can just give the middleware a name. It's like a group name or something, and then you specify what middleware to use on that particular route. So we're going to see how to use that as well. But for now, we want to create on the global side. So we'll put this in the very first protected middleware. So now all I have to do is put the path to my middleware file. So my middleware file is right here. So to get to my file here, I have to go to app http middleware, just like this one, app http middleware. So we're going to duplicate this guy here so that we just need to change that part. So we're going to change that to check login, like so, and let's save that. So check login is there in the very first middleware. So that's about it. That's all we need to do, really. So if I come back here and refresh my page, you see now it's telling me you are not logged in. Yeah. So let's try and go to another page, just any page. I'll try the user page, same thing. I'll try the profile page, same thing. Even the login page, same thing. So it's checking to see if we are logged in or not. So here I can put all kinds of action. If I want, I can tell it to redirect to another page. Now, the only problem with the reason I didn't tell it to redirect here is because if I redirect, it will go to another page, and then even there, this middleware will run. So it will keep redirecting me over and over and over again into an endless loop. So be careful about that, because if you put a middleware that's supposed to be on every page, do not put a redirect there. Otherwise, you'll be redirecting to infinity. Okay, so yeah, that's all about group middleware. Oh, sorry, global middleware. So in the next video, we're going to deal with group middleware so that we see how to do it to a specific number of pages. I'll see you in the next video.